from PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcast who's going to delve into past year's schedules on HBO. So if you've ever wondered, if you ever thought the idea of linear TV could put you to sleep, oh boy, are you in for it? We're going down an HBO hole to see what we find. It'll be very lulling and soothing and sleepy. If you're new, welcome to Sleep With Me. Home box office is what HBO used to stand for. HBO. Now it's I don't know. I'm confused. I think it's still HBO and the app is Max. But I don't know. It'll be sleepy. Don't worry about it. But if you're new, welcome to Sleep With Me. If you're new, you might be confused, you know. I mean, I'm confused because I still have both apps on the thing I use to watch TV. And then I, lost my original remote, so I can't figure out how to delete the one app. And anyway, not important. Welcome to Sleep With Me. It's a podcast to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff so you could fall asleep. I don't actually put you to sleep. I'm here to be a friend in the deep, dark night, a distraction, a kind voice, full of pointless meanders and superfluous tangents. This show, if you're new, it does take some getting used to, so give it a few tries, see how it goes. That's just what most listeners say, so just see how it goes. I'm glad you're here. I work really hard. I earn an extra drive. I really am glad you're here. I think I already said that. I appreciate you coming by. And here's a couple of ways. What we got coming up. Support. So show podcast comes out free twice a week. Then long meandering intro. And help ease you into bedtime. And then our bedtime story, it'll be about some HBO summer, HBO summer guides. And oh boy, will it be barely interesting. And I'm excited. I'm excited to build a playlist based on what I found. So yeah, I'm glad you're here. I work really hard. I earn a nice drive. Give the show a few tries if you're new. See how it goes. And, this is a podcast that's your friend in the deep, dark night. Thanks again for coming by. And these sponsors are how we're able to do it for you free twice a week. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Helix. You can take the Helix Sleep Quiz at helixsleep.com/sleep and get matched with the perfect mattress for the way you sleep. And oh boy, how do I miss my Helix? Can I count the ways? This summer, I've been traveling a lot, and every time I'm home, I'm so grateful for my Helix bed. And the reason I'm so thankful for it is because of what I just said. I took the Helix quiz. I got matched with the Helix Dusk Lux, which is perfect for the way I sleep. I sleep on my side. I sleep on my stomach. I like to sleep cool. And I got matched with the Helix Dusk. I picked the Dusk Lux. And all these mattresses I've slept on this summer, even ones in really, really nice places, cannot come close. And here's the best thing is it's not one mattress for every person. Helix has a lineup of 20 unique mattresses. They've got the award-winning Luxe Collection, the Ultra Premium Elite Collections. There's a Helix Plus. It's a mattress for big and tall sleepers. There's a Helix Kids mattress designed for growing bodies that's endorsed by child sleep experts. And the way you know that your Helix mattress is going to work for you and your body is you take that Helix quiz. You'll find the perfect mattress in under 2 minutes. That personalized mattress will be shipped straight to your door, free of charge. And Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping in it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. And Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/sleep. That's helixsleep.com/sleep. This is the best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, where I talk about Sleep With Me Plus. I really believe and love making this podcast. And if you do too, if you believe the podcast makes your life better, if you believe that me hosting the show is important, if you believe that the podcast coming out twice a week is important, that the variety of shows, if you believe you get something out of Sleep With Me, just takes a small percentage of you, those of you that say yes, 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 to actually take action, to believe in it so much, you sign up for and support the show at $60 a year or $120 a year, $240 a year. You support it monthly. But if you believe in the show like I do, think about supporting it directly. sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. And that's sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus and say, yeah, I believe in it. I believe I get a lot out of this show. Thanks so much. Oh, Mystery Bard, a lot of people help out in this show. Who are they?
This posty poster son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes too. Carl W. the legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at JonathanMann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your narrators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcript.
Thanks, Mystery Bard. If you want to be a rebel, if you believe in Sleep With Me, think about, and you can afford to support the show, sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Thanks, everybody. Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you can set aside whatever's keeping you awake. That could be thoughts, feelings, physical sensations, changes in time, temperature, routine. Changes in time, temperature, routine. It could be, you could have something, you'd be going through something. You could have something coming up. You could be traveling. You could have guests. Whatever it is, I'm here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff so you could fall asleep. I'm actually not here to put you to sleep. I'm here to keep you company while you fall asleep. Which I already said, but I get mixed up. Like what happened was I thought I heard my dog's tail bumping against a railing above so I record this podcast under the stairs, and they're not a full staircase. It's like a 3/4 or a half staircase widthwise in my apartment. And my apartment is reversed or whatever. It's a bungalow, but it has a half basement, and the bedrooms are in the half basement. And then the upstairs has like a living room, kitchen, and bathroom. And there's a half stairs leading downstairs. And what happens, this is a little behind the scenes. Like what happens is normally my dog Koa, usually not when I do an intro, but when I'm recording a full episode for like over an hour, she'll come downstairs to check on me. Because she wakes up and she's like, where's that guy that feeds me and takes me out? And then she'll come downstairs. She never stays. She sleeps down here in my room. But when I'm recording the podcast, first she won't be able to find me. Then I'll pause the recording. I'll call to her. Eventually she'll put her head in here. And then I usually say, hey, why don't you lie down here in your bed and just listen to me record? She said, no, thank you. And then she goes upstairs, but I thought I heard her tail. So I was predicting she was about to come downstairs. And then she did, which threw me off. So I paused the recording and went upstairs to check on her. She was sleeping. And then I realized it was there was like somebody moving stuff, because there's like whatever, not important. But either the next bungalow or on the other side of the one wall, there's people like, there's somebody, there's other I live in whatever, like if somebody was making noise and it threw me off. So I apologize. But this is, a little behind the scenes. I mean, I talk about it a little bit, but yeah, Koa, she doesn't listen to me record. She listens to the podcast sometimes. She gets a real life version of it. Oh, Koa's my dog. KOA. Good question. And she's like, what is she? 15 years old, 16 years old. She, her name, I didn't name her. I adopted her when she was already grown, an adult. So those are a few things about my dog, Ko, when I should have been. So whatever's keeping you awake, though, I'm here to take your mind off of it and keep you company so you could fall asleep. And the reason I make the show is because I've been there, tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep, thinking about bedtime, especially bedtime on Sunday night, starting on Friday afternoon, definitely on Saturdays, and anticipating bedtime with dread. All those things I experienced from time to time, and I experienced in very sharp doses at different times in my life. That's why I make this show. I don't have all the answers. The reason I make the show is because I've been there. I'm not a sleep expert. I'm not expert on clearly I'm not expert on talking. I'm just someone that's been there, and I know how it feels, and I can probably relate to how it feels for you. Even if I don't know exactly what you're going through, even if I have not been through something similar, I can relate. And so, I send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'll use lulling, soothing. Oh, no, I got to say, the other reason I make the show, not only is that I can relate to how it feels, but that, you deserve a bedtime where you can get the rest you need. You deserve the rest you need so your life is more manageable. And that's important to me because I've been there, but because I know if you get the rest you need and your life's more manageable, you'll enjoy it more. Ideally, you get the rest you need on a regular basis. You could be out there flourishing. So that's why I'm here. I've been there, and I want to help. Now, this show does not work for everybody. When most people get here, they're skeptical. They could be frustrated or doubtful because you heard about a sleep podcast. You might have heard about this one. We've been doing this a long time. Maybe somebody told you about it, or you read about it, or you searched for it. Then you said, well, let me check it out. And you said, well, I thought this would be more sleepy or soothing or something. And I don't understand what's going on here. This guy's just rambling on and on. I'm skeptical this is going to be helpful. This isn't what I expected. So it does take 2 or 3 tries to get used to the show because this show's always going and never going anywhere. Always never going anywhere. That's one of our sayings. And always never getting started. So just give it a few tries and see how it goes. That's what, a huge number of people have said that it became regular listeners that support the show directly. Some people have supported the show for 7 or 8 years. So just give it a few tries and see how it goes because you really have nothing to lose. And if you say, you know what I do, because I don't enjoy your voice or your manner, that's understandable, too. You still deserve a good night's sleep. You don't have to like me. There's no pressure to like me. So I have a website. If you're already 100% sure, you could check out sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. That has other sleep podcasts and sleepy stuff on there. So check that out and see, maybe find another sleep podcast. But what I'll do here is I'm going to send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'll use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, and pointless meanders and superfluous tangents, which I may have said already. Like I said, I'm a little mixed up still. And that's like means my voice is not traditionally soothing, but I go off topic, I get mixed up. It does take some getting used to, too, because this is a podcast you don't really listen to. It's kind of like background noise that you kind of barely listen to. And like almost like sand in your hand or an out of focus picture or a TV on in the other room. Or the best analogy is a friend that you're not really listening to. This is really the most idealized state of this podcast, is that you called me and you said, Scoots, could you talk to me about nothing for a while I fall asleep? I want you to try to be as barely engaging as possible. Maybe throw in some mild humor, but don't be too funny. I said, don't worry, I got that part, got it down. And just talk for my benefit so I can ignore you, but not totally ignore you, so I could fall asleep, so I could be distracted from what's keeping me awake, and just have some comfort, because it's not easy in the deep, dark night. And that's what I'm here to do, because that's just not, I've done that for people once or twice in the past, but it's not something that's sustainable, obviously. So I do it here. I'm on call. So it's a podcast you just barely listen to. You could listen to it, but you don't need to. There's also no pressure to fall asleep with this show. I'm not here to put you to sleep. I'm here to keep you company. There's a reason all the episodes are over an hour, so you don't have to worry about it. You say, okay, I don't have to worry about the episode ending at 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes. He's going to be here over an hour. There's over 600 episodes I could listen to, and he's here to keep me company, not to put me to sleep. There's people who listen during the day because they need a break or they need a mild distraction because of their job. And there's people who are listening who just can't sleep at all. So I'm here to keep you company whether you're awake or asleep, to be your friend in the deep, dark night. And that's important. To be your boar friend, your boar bae, your boar sib, your boar bud, your boar bee, your boar burr, your boars, your boar friend, your boar bestie, your BFF forever. Or if you're more comfortable, your boar bruh. You know, like I could be your boar bestie or your boar bruh. Or your best boar bruh forever. I'm here to just be your friend in a friendly voice in the deep dark night and take your mind off stuff. So those two things do take some getting used to, because you say, when are the bells going to sound and I'm going to fall asleep? Are you going to count down in reverse or forward? And I say, I don't know if I'll be counting through some movie times and stuff coming up. But yeah. And what else do you need to know? Oh, the structure of the show really throws people off. But I got great news. The show's very adjustable. There's other versions of the show. But this particular version is what works for most people. This particular ad-supported version is what works for most people that become regular listeners. But you can adjust or check out other versions of the show, and I'll explain all that to you. But there's a reason the show's structured the way it is. And it's what we've seen work over time. So just see how it goes, like I said, and then you can adjust from there. No pressure. So the show starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that's just so you feel greeted and welcomed in. And you say, okay, I could check that podcast out. I kind of get a sense of the tone of it. Then there's sponsor support. And again, I get that not everybody likes that, but it's what benefits the most amount of people. And if you'd rather have an ad-free version, you can do that with Sleep With Me Plus or Apple Podcasts, or for free just by doing our referral program. But that's what works for most people and lets us put out the show twice a week. Then after the support is our intro, totally separate from the support. It's a show within a show. Has nothing to do with the support, but for some reason, people that don't like that, they don't like the intro either. But the intro is about a 15 to 20 minute cool down, where I unsuccessfully try to explain what the podcast is, and I get mixed up and it peters out. But it's like a same structure every time. It follows a familiar structure. So as you become a regular listener, it's familiar, but it's different every time, so that it offers a variety And that's what distracts me, is having a variety. My brain adjusts otherwise to every other thing I've tried. So that's why one of the reasons, that's the reason the intro is different every time. Now, the other thing is that the intro is about 15 to 20 minutes long to ease you into bedtime. Like instead of just to start a bedtime story and put you to sleep. Now, if you only want to listen to the bedtime stories, we have a separate version of the podcast called Bedtime Stories from Sleep With Me. You could check that out. But if you, for most people, like having the wind down of the intro gives you a buffer between the day and bed and helps you as you're getting ready for bed if you want to listen, as you're in bed getting comfortable if you want to listen, or if you're doing some chill wind down activity, which is what I recommend to ease you into bedtime. And there are some people who fall asleep during the intro, but for most people, it just, I don't know, it offers, like, that's just what works for me. If I have a bedtime routine that chills me out and gives me a break from my daytime or my evening self, I don't know, it just helps me more regularly get the rest I need. So the intro eases you into bedtime. Then after the intro support, then after that will be our summer HBO, late 80s, early 90s, looking at the TV, some of the HBO guides, channel guide, I don't know, the magazine that they used to send out. And then there's, I think we're slowly, there might be thank yous at the end of the show. But we're trying to change up the structure of the podcast to keep it sustainable for everybody. So, and that's it. That's the structure of the show. That's the way I make the show. I'm really glad you checked this podcast out and came by. I really hope it can help you fall asleep. I work really hard on the show. At Yearn and I Strive, a team of people do, because we really want you to get the sleep you need and you deserve. So thanks again for coming by. And these sponsors and the listeners who support the show are how we're able to do it for you for free twice a week. Sleep With Me is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. All right, everybody, this is Scoots here. This is a style of show. A lot of times these are bonus show, a style of bonus show we do, or similar to a style of bonus show we do. But I was like, we could do this as a summer public release episode. And I really found a treasure trove of these. I worked really hard. I was doing research for something else for the podcast, and I found something. And so what I'm going to do is tell you to refer you to an episode, which I think we've run twice. I think we ran it as a repeat called My Life with HBO. And it's not the current HBO, which is now known as Max, I think, or that's the app you can watch HBO on. And, you know, HBO in its current iteration is more associated with shows. And actually, it's funny that it's associated with shows because a lot of my associations are with some shows, too. But really wouldn't have Sleep With Me without the times where HBO was running free samplers of HBO, or the cable company my parents subscribed to. There was just a couple of years where we had HBO. We didn't have it all the time. And so we're going to go through some summer HBO channel guides. So HBO used to send out, I think even recently, to subscribers before they had, before this is pre-streaming era, probably right on the crossover, they would send you a monthly or quarterly magazine with, hey, what's going on HBO? It was tactile. It had the movie times and stuff before, it was before people were really using a lot of apps. And it's also interesting just because these companies, in a non-judgmental way, are always trying to figure out kind of how to influence what you're watching. A lot of times to make sure you're watching what you want to watch, or you're going to be most likely to watch on their platform, right? And this magazine was a way of doing that. And so, and I don't know. And I would go scroll through this and look at this. So I have a bunch of them from summer issues from different years. So what we'll just do is go through some of them. Let's see, we got 84, 85, 97, 97. No, that's not 97. 76, 79 maybe. So some of these are predating me. Oh, wait. Okay, well, so I don't quite know which ones, but we'll start with, let's start with this one. Okay. So this is the HBO guide, June 1990. And this was on HBO's, a song, They're Simply the Best. They were better than all the rest. Better than anyone you ever saw. HBO was simply the best. And, that was a Tina Turner song. I was thinking it was HBO. I was like, but I think they may have paid Tina Turner. So this was 1990, June. On the cover is again, interesting how circular things are. As much as people try to reprogram, because obviously I work in creating stuff, so I follow a lot of news. I overread it, And two of the big things that the streaming platforms are trying to figure out or investing a lot of money in are comedy specials and live sports. And who has two of those out of the four things on the cover of the June 1990 HBO guide? HBO does. So the biggest thing on the cover is Dustbusters 2, the movie, where I ain't afraid of no dust, and it has a number 2. And then the rest of the page has three things. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, HBO Comedy Hour with George Carlin, and then a dance-off with Mike Tyson. Dance-off, Mike Tyson Returns. And then it has a list of the movies, the original programs that to talk about in the thing, limited plays, sports, family, daytime, and limited plays. I don't know if we'll come back to that. And then the next page is a full page ad for Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy. A renegade Vulcan mystic borrows the Enterprise without permission to go into a finite universe on a quest for a higher power. In this fifth Star Trek movie, Kirk, Spock, and McCoy go with Sybok, who forces them to go where no person has gone before. Now, that was an exclusive HBO premiere June 3rd. Then the next, so then the next page, Jennifer Capriati, The Making of a Champion, HBO Sports Special. And that aired June 15th, 17th, 20th, 28th, and 30th. This was when Arthur Ashe predicted a brilliant future for the teenage tennis sensation. First pro tournament. It's hosted by Billie Jean King, behind the scenes. Then a Walter Cronkite special about taking good care of yourself. And then a movie that its remake is out. And because I'm watching a show on that service, I see that all the time. This is Patrick Swayze. Exclusive premiere June 2nd, Roadhouse. And this talks about action, bouncer, cleaning up a honky-tonk in a Missouri town, PhD in philosophy. Patrick Swayze just sets out to tame the double deuce for its owner. But somebody else from the wrong side of town. So that's that one. We also have other movies out. A movie about pumpkins, C to the H to the U to the D2, Bud. Diana Ross World Tour. What do we got? An endearing comedy. Billy Crystal comedy special. Saturday the 14th. I think that's a comedy. Ray Walston. Oh, then another show, a full page, all new episodes. Tales from a place from like a tent. Tales from the tent bedroom. Every Tuesday night, different episode. Don't touch that dial. Looks like they got 1, 2, 3 new episodes, 4 new episodes. Harry Anderson stars as a comic book artist. We got, so those were on Tuesday nights. Carol Kane was in another one. So this is kind of like that show, The Mirror, at nighttime. You know that show, Charlie Makes It? My daughter and I watched it a lot. The Charlie Booker show about mirrors. Okay, then the next page has an ad for an HBO original movie for June. Jeff Goldblum and Kristen Scott Thomas. Kristen Scott Thomas is awesome. If you watch Slow Horses, that's cool. They were in a movie together. Picture perfect romance, offbeat comedy, stylish caper, hip. Jeff Goldblum, American artist living in Paris, and Kristen Scott Thomas brings him in to be up to stuff he shouldn't be up to. So that was out June 24th, 27th, and 30th. Then they had the Monday main event, a new blockbuster movie every Monday night. June 4th, Big. June 11th, Major League. June 18th, Cocoon The Return. And June 25th, Dundee 2. Okay, then it has the daytime guide, or is this all? Oh, this is everything. So June 1st, the opera. Wizard of Oz Adventures. This is in the morning. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. 8 a.m. Young Love, First Love. Dustbusters 2. I guess I'll read through the place because we don't want to go through every single thing. Double feature Fridays. HBO Fan Club Dan Aykroyd. Dustbusters 2 and the Great Outdoors. Nightlight Theater. Saturday, 14th. Oh, that must be 2. And C to the H to the U to the D2. Then they had Out of Time, Out of Place, June 15th. Star Trek 5 and Starman. Comic Capers. How I Got into College in Plain Clothes. And then Pink Cadillac and Roadhouse. Then a dance-off doubleheader with, it was a live June 16th from Caesar's Palace. Dance-off doubleheader, Mike Tyson and Tillman, and Foreman and Rodriguez. Then they have an ad for Twins, starring Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger separated at birth. Wimbledon 1990, 11 Days of the World's Greatest Tennis. And that was... it's Steffi Graf and Boris Becker are the ones on the cover there. Oh, wow. So we definitely had HBO, whatever this was, 1990. Children's Checkerboard. See a different episode of a different family series every weekday morning. Encyclopedia Brown, Boy Detective, The Case of the Beauty Queen. Is E.B. really in love? When he meets Darlene, the winner of the Idaville Beauty Contest, she calls him to figure out something going on at the library. But who did it? 30 minutes long, June 5th, 11th, 20th, 23rd, 25th. Then it has a bunch of movies. Starman with Jeff Bridges, Remember West, Superman 2, My Mom's Barking, History of Tennis, Parenthood, Starting Over, The Pole Heist 3. There was 3 of these movies. Stand and Deliver, Edward James Olmos, Murphy's Romance. Never saw that movie, but I remember seeing ads for it. Stand By Me, Plain Clothes, Arliss Howard. Never heard of it. How I Got Into College, starring Anthony Edwards. Wacky 101, Corey Parker. Struggles to get to a top-notch college. Imagine by John Lennon. Oh, then Gung Ho with Michael Keaton. I remember that movie. I definitely saw a lot of this stuff. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad by Ray Harryhausen. I remember that. That was in 1958. Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. Probably saw that movie 55 times. June 2nd, 5th. Yeah, it was off of school probably. 13th, 15th, 18th, 24th, and 29th. Saw all of those. First You Love, Young Love. I don't remember that one. The Chipmunk Adventure. Probably saw that one. It's G, hour and 17 minutes. During the day on HBO, they had Cat on the Hot Tin Roof, Jeff Bridges in the City, something with that, Goodbye Columbus, an Ally McGraw 1969 movie, a Charles Bronson, Robert Duvall movie, a Tom Selleck lead movie, Burt Lancaster Western, and the Muppets Take Manhattan. Do we hear wedding bells? Okay, next page. HBO Late Night. That's when a lot of those were movies, autumnal-themed movies. Yeah, I think all of them. There's a Beau Bridges movie, though. Rob Lowe, Skipper for Hire. Brian De Palma movie with Kirk Douglas. The Rose with Bette Midler. What else we got here? A lot of these are Dennis Quaid and Jessica Lange. A Sylvester Stallone movie that I saw. I definitely saw that on there, even though it was R. It was June 9th, 15th. It was a Stallone action movie. What else we got? Kevin Pollak, like comedy special. The Western full of the youthful Western. That movie I saw a lot with Emilio Estevez is back, but that was the first one. Freddie, the movie with Freddie, your friend Freddie. And then coming in July, something else. So that was that one. Now we just jumped to 1989, August. And it's funny. So, on this one, the cover, we have 3 movies, one of which is, I think, an HBO original, and then another dance-off with Nunn and Barkley. But one of the main movie on the cover is now considered a holiday movie by a lot of us. And I've watched it the last few holidays. It's with Bruce Willis. It's hard to find batteries. It's like a movie where he works in he goes to a tower trying to find batteries. And then a movie I've thought about doing the teletape with De Niro and Charles Grodin, Midnight Run. And then a movie called Tailspin. It looks like Robert Duvall, maybe. It's not about Tailspin. Okay, and then they have everything listed for this month on HBO. including Midnight Run with Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. The best movies are on HBO. So that was before they were simply the best. And one's looking for people, the other's an accountant. In one of the most entertaining road pictures ever, De Niro's trying to get Grodin from New York to California, but everybody's on their tail. Okay, the next page has, oh boy, this is a big show, but it looks like a different the new cast. So first they have Bright Lights, Big City with Kiefer Sutherland and Michael J. Fox. Definitely saw that. I've thought about rewatching it just to see that. Then not necessarily the news. Tom Parks and Annabelle Gurwitch. So this is, Meryl Marco and Harry Shearer. So that's like, I wonder if there's got to be not necessarily the news somewhere for streaming. Then Caddyshack 2, Jackie Mason and Chevy Chase. I definitely saw that a bunch of times. It was only on twice in August. Couple other movies, nothing jumping out at me. Then the dance-off between Nunn and Barkley. That was August 14th. A Willem Hurt movie with Kathleen Turner. I think that's a De Palma movie. So When You're Warm... In the Warm Weather, it was called. Then a Vanessa Redgrave movie about a secret ingredient. Offbeat comedy about a chocolate maker's secret, in quotes, ingredient. It was R. So maybe the secret was kisses. Whoa, Jerry Seinfeld stand-up special. That was probably, I don't know if Seinfeld was on the air yet. Okay, a lot of stuff's coming back here. Holy cow. Okay, this is HBO Family page. Babar. So they had Babar to do it or not to do it. The Missing Crown. Something surprising. Between Friends and School Days. And you could see Babar every Monday evening. HBO Family Playhouse. When We First Met, Modern Day Romeo and Juliet. Encyclopedia, Fun with Words, beginning S through W. So I don't know what that is. Children's Choices is a different episode of a different family series every weekday morning. Batteries Not Included, where a couple finds their place full of spaceships. Lady in White with Lucas Haas, and Overboard with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. That also got remade. Okay, holy moly. So they also had nature shows every Monday evening, Nature Watch, Charlotte's Web, Rocco Star, A Friend Indeed, The Last Roundup of the Elephants, Paddington Goes to School, From the Earth to the Moon, that's Jules Verne, Encyclopedia Brown, The Case of the Missing Time Capsule, 54 minutes. And, of course, The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. There's a sweatshirt I wear somewhere, and people call me Pippi Longstocking for some reason. But I don't know. I mean, I definitely probably saw the Pippi Longstocking. It looks familiar. Then holy cow, big. The Kids in the Hall, weekly comedy series. Don't worry. They just want to pat you on the head. That was one of the bits. 4 new shows featuring daring sketches and inventive short films. I loved Kids in the Hall. Holy mackerel. 30 minutes. First one was on August 7th, 4th, 7th, and 9th, and 10th. The second one, 11th, 14th, 16th, and 17th. So I don't know what days. Obviously, I can't figure that out. And then Stand and Deliver. Lou Diamond Phillips, Edward James Olmos. Meet a Teacher You Won't Forget. This is a comedy drama based on fact. PG-13. No, just PG. Sorry. Okay, what else we got? This is all listings. Let's just try Saturday, so see what I could have watched. At 9 a.m., Superman 4. 1 o'clock. I don't think any of these I would have seen. Maybe Overboard at 3:30. 11:15 p.m. Oh, they had 9 p.m. on Saturday night was a Saturday night movie with Hard to Find Batteries. Then Risky Business Saturday night. What about Friday night? Oh, Friday night, double feature Friday, Meatballs 2 and 3. Then The Kids in the Hall, then not necessarily the news. Well, let's check the other weekend nights out. That's interesting. The next Saturday night movie was Midnight Run and Stand and Deliver. Friday night double feature was some surprising autumnal films. What else we got? Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's double feature Friday. Meatballs Night 2 and 3. Nightlight Theater, that's autumnal films. Comic Capers. Midnight Run and Born in East L.A. That was a Cheech Marin only movie, no Tommy Chong. And then Action Pack, Hard to Find Batteries, and Bestseller. Okay, then they have an HBO original movie, Michael Murphy, Michael Moriarty, Tailspin, but not the Tailspin from HBO Afternoon. But, you know, that, or whatever that's, Disney Afternoon. Then another ad for Hard to Find Batteries. If you're ready for Knock Your Socks Off, you're ready for this movie, Bruce Willis plays McClane, no first name, but it's John McClane. Somebody tough in a skyscraper looking for batteries. So that's awesome. Promised Land. 4 high school graduates grappling with adulthood. Jason Gedrick, Kiefer Sutherland, Tracy Pollan. Looks like Meg Ryan as well. And Dancing When You're Muddy, Jennifer Grant Patrick, Swayze. What do we got on the other weekends? Friday night, double feature. Okay, that was Midnight Run one. Kids in the Hall's on midnights on Friday nights, 11 p.m. on Wednesdays. What do we got? Saturday. Oh, 3 o'clock high. I remember seeing that movie 1,000 times, too. No wonder Saturday at 1. Bestseller. Don't remember that one. What else we got here? Friday night, the 25th. That was in double feature Friday. That was Hard to Find Batteries. Saturday, Caddyshack and The Edge. And that's the end of the month with the things. They had a Consumer Reports special about, so Consumer Reports had a show on HBO. Clean and Sober with Kathy Baker and Michael Keaton. Been a while since I've seen this movie, but it's about redemption. Keaton deserves applause for his gutty performance. Daryl Pointer, real estate agent, needs some abstinence. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I have to watch that sometime. What else we got? There's a show. Let's see. James Wood and Brian Dennehy are in Bestseller. It's captivating, a thriller, a novelist who's burnt out, wants somebody to write a story. Short Circuit 2. Holy cow. I definitely saw this about 1,000 times, too. His new human buddy, Ben, are in New York, and people try to trick number 5 into helping them do stuff they're not supposed to. The Edge. This is an anthology series. That also sounds like... we got Daytime. This is a pretty long one. So Daytime, I guess, is like classic films. We got another one with Brian Dennehy, Tommy Lee Jones, Martha Plimpton. a John Wayne Western, Audrey Hepburn, Roman Holiday, Patsy Cline, like biopic with Jessica Lange and Ed Harris, Paul Reiser movie with Odd Jobs, Paul Newman and Henry Fonda, Fiddler on the Roof, that was August 6th, 14th, and 29th, the John Frankenheimer movie, another HBO movie, Robert Elliott Burns, Nadine, Kim Basinger and Jeff Bridges, and 3 O'Clock High, I remember that movie. Any other movies? HBO Late Night, they got a bunch of movies, Party Camp, may have to look some of these movies up, man, holy cow. There's a movie about being alive, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Bette Midler's Mondo Biondo, meet the brassiest hosts in TV variety show history, Comic Relief 3, The Highlights Part 1, that's from 1989's Benefit for America's Homeless, Remember When, The Birds and the Bees, look at how America's attitudes change, Uncensored Channels 2, TV Around the World with George Plimpton. Interesting stuff. Oh, here's a Robert Ludlum book made into a movie, The Holocroft Covenant. Okay, The Fourth Protocol. That also sounds like a Robert Ludlum movie. Lip Service. An ambitious young newsperson versus a fading pro. The Believers. Born in East L.A., Time Flies, and Coming Attractions. What's coming up on HBO? This show highlights it. And then in September, they had Dundee 2, Diana Ross, Crossing Delancey with Amy Irving, and a Pierce Brosnan movie. Oh, and Tom Hanks in Big. Interesting. Okay, let's go to another year. This one, well, this might have been the same year, just a month before. And this is definitely ones that, like, this is another year. This is definitely, like I said, I watched some of these movies and some of them I didn't. Fish Called Wanda, I definitely watched that one. And it's been a while since I watched it, so I'll have to rewatch that one. Then we have The Youthful Western with Charles Sheen, Harry the muddy guy who looks around for stuff. His last movie, I think. Kind of remember seeing the previews for this, but I never watched as a kid. Maybe at some point I kind of watched it in my life. Then we had Mike Tyson dancing off. Then another ad for that movie, The Young Western. Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen. And 19-year-old heads up a bunch of youth hired to help out. But then, like, Billy's got a little too much of an idea. It's fast-paced. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got a list of everything on this month. Then that show, Tales in the Tent, Monday nights at 4. Oh, no, that's different. Monday night shows. Richard Donner, Walter Hill, Robert Zemeckis all made episodes of it. And that's on Wednesday night. Dig That Cat, and All Through the House and something else. And then the show Tales from the Tent would come out after another movie. So they said, yeah, if you like those kind of movies. Bobcat Goldthwait film, Hot to Trot, a frisky comedy about a talking horse inside a stock exchange. And then also going to follow that up. July 9th would have been Bob Goldthwait night, also from Syracuse. Incredibly nice person and funny person. Hot to try. And then Bob Goldthwait, Is He Like That All the Time? Comedy special. Then not necessarily the news. Tom Parks, Annabelle Gurwitch, Meryl Marco, Harry Shearer, Will Durst, R.D. Rosen. All in not necessarily news. Then Geist 3. I can't believe there's 3 of those. With Carol Ann in Chicago. Then a Harrison Ford movie. What happens when you move to a new city and you don't speak the language? I don't know. Find out. Next page has an ad for Wimbledon 89. This one has Steffi Graf on the cover. Then somebody, we're talking serious comedy here. HBO Comedy Hour, Rick Duco. Then Mike's Dance Off with Carl Williams, July 21st. What other stuff we got on? Oh, boy, look at this. Flash Dance with Jennifer Beals. Oh, what a feeling. Tracks with Shadow Stevens, Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company, an HBO sleeper sci-fi Pulse, interesting. Margot Kidder in Keeping Track as a TV anchor person, School Days with Spike Lee. That was on July 19th, 23rd, and 28th, 2 hours exactly. Arnold Schwarzenegger and The Running Man. That was action adventure game show of the future. HBO World Stage Tina live from Rio. Tina Turner in the heat of a summer night in Rio. When Tina walks on the stage, she senses temperatures rising. Then The Great Outdoors with Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. Definitely saw this one. Holy cow, oh my. Brother-in-law who's making John Candy not enjoy himself. Nestled in a cozy cabin. And Dan Aykroyd shows up and is not nice. Okay, what else we have? T1 with Arnold. That was out in July. Double feature Fridays. There was only 3 Fridays. They skipped Friday the 21st. We'll figure out why. Don't worry. We'll look into it. First Friday Night Light was a movie about somebody that got remade. HBO Fan Club, Arnold, 14th, T1 and The Running Man. Then the 28th, Fish Called Wanda and Risky Business. So Friday the 7th, that was that double feature. Saturday the 8th, Saturday night movie was HBO, A Fish Called Wanda. The 14th, double feature, that was the Arnold double feature. Saturday night, Baby Boom, Hot to Trot. Saturday night movie was that movie with Harry, Muddy Harry. Muddy Harry in Pool Time. Muddy Harry's dancing, and it's in San Francisco. Rock star, movie critic, talk show host, all want to dance with Muddy Harry. Liam Neeson, Patricia Clarkson. Then A Fish Called Wanda. John Cleese, Wanda, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Kline, and Michael Palin. Hook, line, and sinker for the zany, sexy, witty romp. Superb cast. They all get involved together. Kevin Kline won a 1988 Oscar for his performance. John Cleese, sure to be the catch of the month. Princess Bride, holy moly. Funny, enchanting treat for everyone. July 1, 9, 14, 18, 24, and 29. Risky Business. Then That was July 23rd, 28, and 31. Oh, we were trying to figure out what happened on that Friday, right, or Saturday. All right, yeah, here we go. Friday, July 21st. Yeah, that was a Mike Tyson dance-off, so that's why they didn't have a double feature Friday. Double feature Friday, yeah, you can say that. Then Saturday, I definitely watched this Saturday because it had a movie about fishing. Then that Uncensored Channels was on at 1:30 p.m. I wonder how uncensored it was. Saturday night movie. Kids in the Hall. Oh, wait, we got to go. Sorry, I jumped ahead. Friday the 28th, Fish Called Wine and Risky Business. Saturday night movie there. Little Nikita. Okay, here we go. When we got the Kids in the Hall. This one, 5-person troupe of comedy, Subversives Turned Loose in the exclusive new series. Oh, so this was a premiere. It had to be, it couldn't have been maybe the season premiere? No, the new weekly comedy series. So was this the second time they'd been on, or was this the first time? I don't know. These are great questions. Then some HBO showcase movie about being around. Okay, then we get to daytime on HBO. Again, this does seem to be Paper Dolls with Daryl Hannah and Joan Collins. Mermaid Singing. Airport 1975. Cary Grant, Grace Kelly, and Thief movie. From Your Toys, Telephones Ring. Audrey Hepburn and My Fair Lady. Dom DeLuise and Susanna Plachette. Henry Fonda and Another Western. Let's see. Whitewater Summer. Holy cow, this is another movie. This was on July 4th, 8th, 17th, 23rd, 26th. And so I saw this movie a lot of times too. Spoiled, overprotected city kid, Sean Astin. Maybe we just had him on tape with Kevin Bacon. LA's Hottest Disco, Sesame Street, Follow That Bird. Where is Big Bird? Then a Tom Bosley mystery. Okay, then we had Baby Boom with Diane Keaton. Saw that one a lot, too. Big Business versus Babies. Sam Shepard. Then Sidney Poitier and Little Nikita. River Phoenix and Sidney Poitier, July 29th and 31st. Mr. North, Anthony Edwards. Nicholas Nickleby, animated Charles Dickens movie on the Dickens Festival. Then more of the HBO Encyclopedia. Nature Watch, Kangaroos, Mom's on Strike, Mary Kay Place stars as mom, and this, I remember that, heartwarming comedy drama, Whale Mission, HBO Playhouse, Voyages of Sinbad, Lyle Crocodile, the musical, Young Detectives on Wheels, Babar's First Step, City Ways, Babar Returns, City of Elephants, and Babar's Triumph. And we got HBO Pictures Anthology, History of Tennis, Inquiry Squeeze, Frisky Action Comedy with Michael Keaton, Big Easy with Dennis Quaid and Ellen Barkin, Chinatown with Jack Nicholson, For Keeps, Hooper. Oh my gosh, Hooper. Burt Reynolds is a stunt person. And The King of Kong. And what else we got here? We got HBO at Night, Night Riders, Modern Day Nights. A one-of-kind movie about modern day nights starring Ed Harris. 11th Commandment, Midnight, Night Gum. Then The George Plimpton Show, Paul Newman and Sally Field in a movie. Gregory Peck in a movie. William Holden. Date with an Angel starring Michael Knight from All My Children. Olivia Newton-John live in Australia. Have a musical good time down under. Lighted Day with Michael J. Fox. Whoopi Goldberg's Fontaine. Okay, I haven't seen that one. Jane in Lost City. James Wood plays a burnout photojournalist in this movie. Didn't he just play a burnout novelist? John Malkovich is a robot. A person falls in love with a robot, Making Mr. Right. A comedy special with Joy Behar, Susie Essman, Carla Fischla, and Diane Ford. And then a drama about dancing. Fish Friend comes back. Kramer versus Kramer. HBO and the Power of Cable coming in August, which we just covered. So they have every preview for that. Let's just see. Let's go to an older one. This is June of 89. Is that what we were just in? Guess we might as well just go to June of 89, huh? June of 89 had on the cover Willow, Tales from the Tent, The Presidio, and Traveling Man. Then ad from Tales from the Tent. Let's see if they have anybody. Nothing listed. It's Wednesday nights. Oh boy, a couple of big ones here. Arthur 2 on the Rocks. That's with Arthur and with Dudley Moore and Liza Minnelli on the Rocks. I don't think I understood that movie, but yeah, that came out. Then we had Pee Wee Herman. Here comes Pee Wee. Everything's neato. Oh, this is a Pee Wee show. Oh, Big Top Pee Wee. Okay, Big Top Pee Wee. It's a movie. I don't remember that one. The circus camps out on Pee Wee's property. It was an hour and 25 minutes. Not necessarily the news. Getting ready to talk about Dan Quayle. Richard Pryor and Randy Quaid in a movie about moving across the country. Zany farce. What do we got? Academy 4 on patrol. Academy 5 on Miami Beach. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Kids in the Hall Special Edition. These 5 Canadians bring their comedy into the 90s. Whoopi Goldberg in another movie where she's Rita Rizzoli. The Underachievers. Neil Diamond's Greatest Hits Live. Okay, what else do we have down here? Charles Dickens' Pickwick Papers and Les Mis. Seabird. That's about some sort of sea animal. Babar, The Show Must Go On, To Duet or Not to Duet, The Missing Crown. Man, I got to check these Charles Dickens animated films out. An hour and 25 minutes. I'll catch up on all of them. Let's see, we got Wilder Summer, People, Edge of Town, Harbor, Madeline the Musical. It's only 29 minutes. Nature, Encyclopedia. La Bamba, Lou Diamond Phillips. That was a movie I saw 1,000 times. It Takes Two. I don't have any of the stars listed, so I don't know what movie that was. Laurie Singer, Christopher Penn, Made in the USA. 3 up-and-coming chase thrills. Martin Short Goes Hollywood, HBO Comedy Hour. We're talking serious comedy here. It's Comedy Hour debut of Martin Short. Long on laughs as he reveals his lifetime love affair with the glory and glamour of Tinseltown. 8 of his most bizarre characters. Ed Grimley, Jackie Rogers Jr., Martin, with guest Catherine O'Hara. What else we have? Let's check the weekends, right? Am I right? Okay, we got Friday, June 2nd. Oh, not necessarily the news was on at 3:30 on Fridays. That's why. Double feature Friday was the Academy 4 and 5. June 3rd, Saturday night movie was Arthur 2 on the Rocks. What else we have here? Pee-wee's Big Top. Big Top Pee-wee, it's called actually, Scoots. Oh, thanks. What else? So here's the double feature Fridays. Academy 4 and 5. Virginia Madsen, HBO fan club. Comic Capers. Pee-wee Herman fan club. And then Action, Presidio and some other movie. Willow's on Friday, June 9th at 5:45 p.m. That double feature Friday's not even a list. Oh, it's the Virginia Madsen Fridays. Okay. That's Saturday. Moving was the Saturday night movie. What's like on at noon? Oh, Martin Short Comedy Hour was on at 2 p.m. Saturday, June 10th. So I may have seen that. Just trying to figure out, after I watch cartoons, like Father, like Son, Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron. I remember this one. It was like kind of like a Friday where they change perspectives. What else we got? Arthur 2, 11:30 a.m. on a Sunday. Cirque du Soleil Magic Circus. I definitely saw that. Saturday, 1:30. What else we have here? Interesting. I'd like to recreate one of these schedules for my own personal thing. The Presidio with Mark Harmon and Sean Connery. That's like where they're both looking into something. Willow. The best movies are on HBO. Willow, fantasy and romance and venture, directed by Ron Howard. Willow, simple farmer and would-be sorcerer, finds and helps out somebody in need. Oh, I just lost my page. Willow's attempt to return the girl he's helping involves him and Mad Mardigan, and they have to deal with Jane Marsh. Okay. Then Mondays, June 19th, these are movies like autumnal ones. Saturday, June 17th, Saturday movie was Presidio. But All the President's Men is on at noon on Saturday. Where does that leave me as a kid? Sunday, maybe I watched those movies. What about the Friday night? Oh, this HBO Comedy Hour, Martin Short, 6 p.m. Okay, No Way Out, Kevin Costner, Sean Young. I'm pretty sure this is like a really good twist movie. Like, if you're going to watch it, Gene Hackman's also in it. Pretty sure this is one of those movies that's like, where if you watch the whole thing, you're like, holy cow. You can only watch it once, I guess in like 20 years, because I don't remember. And maybe it was remade, but pretty sure that's one of those good movies with like a big surprise at the end. So don't look it up. What else we have here? Friday night, June 3rd. Not necessarily the news was on at 1:30 p.m. and 12:30 a.m. Pee-wee, that was a Pee-wee double feature. Saturday, June 24th. Arthur 2's on again in the middle of the day. Saturday night movie was at something. Okay, what else do we have here? Friday, June 30th, Wimbledon in 89 started. So I would have watched that with my grandma. And then we had a HBO movie with John Lithgow and Jonathan Silverman about selling stuff. Hard work and hype made him a success. And a smart kid is about to make him happy. Wimbledon 89, comprehensive same-day watch weekday coverage. So that's exciting. Steffi Graf and somebody else, I can't tell who it is. Even when I zoom on it, I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. We got a Michael Caine movie, Ed Harris movie, Midnight Crossing with Faye Dunaway. What else? Anything? Golden Age of Sport. Another Whoopi Goldberg. Is that the same one? No. This is another one. This one I like. I think this was one. Whoopi Goldberg's in one with Bobcat Goldthwait. I don't know if this is the one, but it's a comedy caper in San Francisco. Then we got Daytime, The Natural, Little Gloria with Gloria Vanderbilt. Oh, no, about Gloria Vanderbilt with Betty Davis and Angela Lansbury. Navarone, One of Our Own, George Papard, James Garner and Lou Gossett play some people, All the President's Men, Redford and Hoffman. I mean, I know it's a great movie, but when I was a kid, I didn't have any urge to see it, you know. Paul Newman about race driving, Timothy Hutton in a movie, Turk 182. I think that movie was really popular or something. I don't think I ever saw it. Or maybe it was about a book. I can't remember. Okay, Fast Forward, Long Game, High Tide, Carly in Concert, Coming Around Again, Carly Simon, Martha's Vineyard, and a John Cusack movie I saw about 1,000 times that we did for a subscriber summer. Movie about summer camp, Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. What else we got? Another HBO movie with Treat Williams and Virginia Madsen. I remember seeing these movies. John Candy hosts the Montreal International Comedy Festival. That's a pretty big deal. And we got a couple nighttime movies, Goldie Hawn movie, Eric Stoltz in a Sister movie, John Ritter and James Belushi in a movie, Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger and Jack Nicholson, Terms of Endearment, Send Me a Kiss from Sally Field, the Canoe movie, Coming Attractions, HBO in July. Another movie, let's see. C. Thomas Howell's in a movie. Sunset, it's another Western, Crystal. And yeah, that's it. So that's it for now. Yeah, I'll try to do a few more of these for subscriber summer, but yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody. That's pretty good to get to look at everything going back on with, good night. And this is Scoots. This is normally where I do the thanks, and good night, but we're going to be changing up how we do that in a little bit. So the next few episodes, some are going to have thank yous at the end and some are not. But I just want to thank all of you that are listening to the show, and we'll have something similar here at the end of future episodes. But, we're always working and figuring out what little changes we can make to keep the show going. And it really is based on you, and it doesn't have to be a financial way to support the show. Like I say in a lot of these messages, it's huge to spread the word about the podcast. That's a gigantic value, taking action to do that. You could get rewarded on our referral program. Sign up, it's free. You refer people to free podcasts. I just sent messages out to 2 people that earned 3 free months ad-free story-only episodes. But you can do that. sleepingmeatpodcast.com/refer, or you could just refer people to podcasts in general. just talk about podcasts and show people how to use a podcast app and what do you like about podcasts. That'll help Sleep With Me indirectly and all the other people that work so hard making podcasts out there. So thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. This is a tuck you in message. I just want to thank everybody I've heard from recently and that supports the show, like, and believes in Sleep With Me. I've been talking about, like, at the top of the show, couldn't do it without you. So if you believe in the show, you know, thanks for everybody I've heard from. But thank you particularly to people that signed up to support it recently. Elizabeth, Sylvia, and Christine, thanks, and good night. Nor, Bridget, and Rachel, thanks, and good night. Rhett, Drew, and Shailene, thank you, thanks, and good night. Benjamin, Anna, and Catherine, thanks, and good night. Terry, Charlene, and William, thanks, and good night. Josh, Courtney, and Anna, thanks, and good night. Gregor, Justin, and Barbara, thanks, and good night. Candace, Clementine, and Nora, thank you, thanks, and good night. Olivia, Tammy, and Jamie, thanks, and good night. Jamie, Rian, and Taylor, thanks, and good night. And Vivian, Christine, and Warren, thanks, and good night. Thanks, everybody who makes this show possible. We can't do it without you. And if you're listening, thanks. And if you're listening and you've let me know, or you can't support the show, I've been let know by other people how important the podcast is to you. And don't worry, I'm here for you. I appreciate it. Thanks and good night.